Alright, so my countdown to Cult of Chucky continues, and this is my review for Child's Play 3. So with that all being said, there's going to be spoilers mentioned in this review, so that is your warning. Now, so they do a time skip. It's like, what, years later, and Andy's a teenager now, and then this, the good guy doll CEO, like that we've seen in the second movie, is basically trying to throw Andy Barkley's name under the rug and just try to keep the company going. And once again, they they repair. Well, okay, well, you think that they repaired Chucky's body, but apparently Chucky was put inside a new good guy doll, and then Andy's now at a military school, and Chucky is once again determined to go after him, and then he discovers that he is inside, like he is now inside a new doll's body, and then Andy is now no longer his target. Now the kid who basically was supposed to give the package to Andy is now his target, because it's like, okay, I'll tell this kid my secret, and then now his goal is to transfer his soul out of the doll and make this kid his vessel. And now and then Andy's determined to stop him, and just once again, I gotta feel bad for Andy, and where all these pricks are picking on him, like in the military school. And I mean, it's a military school, but like they're more like school bullies than hard than I guess a military environment. Even though it is a military environment, but there's a little bit of school bully ishness there. But I don't know. I never been to a military school. I mean, maybe that's how it is in real life, but I don't know. I'm just pointing it out there. But anyway, but this movie is, in my opinion, I felt it was slightly darker, just a little. The tone is a little darker, than it was in the second movie, and I really did once again, I enjoyed. It's another fun experience, like with Child's Play, and also and when it gets to the end of the movie, like where they're in at the fair, and then they go on to when they go on to an amusement park ride, like where it's like a haunted house ride or whatever. The thing that really got me is like where it gets to the Grim Reaper, and then he's like, "Wah!" And then it gets to where Chucky is going after Tyler, and then the Grim Reaper slices half of Chucky's face off. I'm like, what? Like, why would they even have that there where they're having people riding on these rides? Like, what if it came down on one of those rides? I mean, I know anything dangerous can happen on an amusement park ride, but with that being there, I don't think they would allow an actual blade to come down and cut you or like that. I figured it would be just like some sort of plastic where it would just be there to scare you, like where let's say like the ride stopped and it was dark, and then this red or really dim light came on, and then you just saw the Grim Reaper like, just for a jump scare. I mean, that's just that's just pretty wild. And then I will say this though, like where where he tried to do his epic chant, and Andy's having a hard time, getting a clean shot on Chucky, and it's the adrenaline is high, and he is finishing his chant, and Andy can't seem to get a good aim on him until he got him in his arm, and then he got him, like in the torso. I mean, that was almost as intense as when in Child's Play 2, where he finished the chant on Andy, and nobody was able to stop him, or no one got there in time to stop him. And yeah, you know. But I think out of all the times that, you know, like out of all of these three movies, I think this is my favorite, you know, death that Chucky had, where Andy throws him down into the spinning, you know, like fan, and it just cuts him up in pieces. That's like my favorite Chucky death in the series by far. And but yeah, I mean, like, I feel like this movie was better than 2, and still not as good as the first one. Thinking back, if I reviewed these movies as a kid, I would have said, "Oh, this is so much better than the first 2." But it's slightly better than the second one, and it's not as good as the first one, and it's still good. I mean, it's still fun to watch. If I were to had an opportunity to watch it again, hell yeah, I'd watch it again. I mean, best believe. I mean, we have not gotten to that point where the franchise took a toll, not yet. But anyway, with that all being said, I would say this movie deserves, what the hell? It deserves 4 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 solid chair spins. So, I mean, yeah, and I gotta say, the actor that they've got that replaced Alex Vincent in this movie, you know, like, you would not, I mean, like, since it did come out a year, like a year after the second movie, just for that reason, you would know that another actor is playing Andy, because you figure, like, okay, wouldn't Alex Vincent be slightly younger? You know, like, what? He wouldn't quite be hitting, he would be on his way to puberty, but this is obviously, that, I mean, that's where the obviousness comes in, you know, but I gotta admit, you know, Justin Whalen, he does look a lot like Alex, how we imagine Andy would look as, you know, as a teenager. And I don't know why I don't know why Alex Vincent didn't come back. Maybe they just wanted to go with a different story, or he just said, I just don't want to come back, and they just decided to, you know, use another idea with that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really look into it. Maybe he decided that he didn't want to come back, and then anyway, and that's what made him, and that's when he decided to go in this direction. But this is basically like Andy's trilogy, and this is like supposedly the final chapter in Andy's trilogy. You know, until Chucky shifts off into, you know, like, where his basically his goal to go after Andy is no longer there, because he's in a new good guy doll, and which means he doesn't need to go after Andy anymore. So I guess it kind of makes sense, I guess. But in with that aspect, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut this review here, and then I'm gonna jump on over to the next installment in this franchise. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for this movie, make sure you thumb up the video, click subscribe if you're a newbie to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my review for The Bride of Chucky. So until then, I'll see you there. Peace out, y'all.